Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hello. I'm saying happy Tuesday. I'm usually saying happy Thursday.
I know,
Happy.
right?
Happy Tuesday.
Short week. Happy about that.
Needed it.
I feel like the short weeks be the longest. Like, so I gotta do all of this now in 4 days. Got it.
Yep, trickery, huh?
It is trickery. Vacations are tricks, I think,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
short weeks are tricks.
Yeah, you're coming back to back from everything. So,
Girl. Oh, and I'm solo parenting as well.
oh, wow.
It's real hood around here. It's
Mhm.
real hood. Only few people. I feel like I know Brittany Sanders. Hey, girl. Hi, Dave, Michael, Brian. Who's that? Just said it. Flora.
All right. You know what? We got a nice sized group here. So we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay.
All right. 1 second. All right. Welcome to e-commerce website with Lateva and Starla. I'm going to read their bios. Create Collab Connect, founded by Starla K. Mathis and Lateva Woolfork, is a woman-led ecosystem that creates a safe and sustainable community for all women to thrive. This community supports women to shift their dreams and aspirations into conquerable step-by-step goals through masterminds, master classes, and accountability. Create, Connect, Collab is for women ready to say yes to achieving their dreams and taking the next step into making ish happen as leaders and entrepreneurs. Learn more at createconnectcollab.com. And I'm going to pass it over to Lateva and Starla to get us started.
Thank you so much for the introduction. How is everyone doing? Happy Tuesday.
Yeah. Can we put an emoji about how we feel right now in the chat? Like if you tired, if you like, I is kind, I'm happy, I'm loved, put that in the chat. Give us some feedback today, friends.
Right. As most social feedback you can get on a yeah.
Right, as most social. Okay, somebody, Michael, you
He's
Yeah, NBA,
launching. He's ready to launch.
NBA Jam. I'm feeling like NBA Jam right now. For
on fire?
those who know about NBA Jam.
NBA took it back. The NBA Jam. That's back. So Starla and I like to start with something that kind of clears our space and enters us into the space that we're in right now because we know that we have kids, we have jobs, we have schedules, we have meetings, we have
Life.
mentors, life be life and real hard. So we like to just like let it rain and clear it out. So wherever you are, we hope that you are going to do this with us. You can come on camera if you like, because we love to see facial expressions. But right now, we're just going to take this minute to just let it rain. And then we're just going to clear that rain out. And then we're going to eat some chicken noodle soup while we're letting it rain and clearing it out. Because sometimes weeks be ghetto. And now we're here. We're about to go into our e-commerce web design space. We're ready to move our business to the next level. Right, Star?
Yes, thank you, Latif. I hope everyone breathed during that exercise of releasing the day away. So we're going to focus in on this. We have you for about an hour and a half, so we're excited to get started. One thing Lativa and I like to do is play a game of this or that. And so this lets us know who our friends are in the room, but also is a nice little icebreaker, a way to kind of warm up and have conversation and to get to know you. So who, and you guys can type this up in the chat. If you're an early bird, we want to see our early birds. If you're a night owl, let us know. So I am a early bird. I like to wake up pretty early. I'm like a 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. riser. Lativa's shaking her head. That's not her jam.
No, ma'am, that is not for me. I am a night owl, and I really wanted to be like the daytime girly that gets up at 5 a.m., that does a workout and it's up before the sun. But I feel most creative at night. I do. Who's on my team?
I
I don't feel
see my sis Flora is here, and she is an
like
early bird reluctantly.
okay.
She wakes me up, and I appreciate those texts.
Okay, Giuseppe is my friend. Let me know if I'm not saying your name right, but that's my friend. Okay, Brian's up early every day. What time you getting up, Brian? I want to know what time y'all getting up. Is it 6? Is it 7?
And every day.
Like what time? Okay, 6 a.m. I'm
6
up with the kids. I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
All right, Lativa, let's see if we have any coffee or refreshers in here. So if you're a
Mm.
coffee girly or guy, or if you're like to be a hydrated queen or king, where are you? Because I'm hydrated here with my water.
Who likes their Starbucks coffee in the morning? Or are you a Dunkin' male or female? Are we dunking it? I don't know. Or do you like to put some fruits in your water and just go about your day and stay hydrated? I've moved over, Star. I'm no longer a coffee girly.
We're gonna have to change this then.
I know. We're gonna have
Mm,
to change this.
we're gonna have to
Okay,
change
so
that.
I'm gonna shift. Who has to write all the things down? Are you a paper planner or do you still have a digital planner? Or are you both? We want to hear from y'all in the chat. Who is a paper planner? Who has a digital planner? And you go by your calendar like me, because if it's not on there, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm mostly digital, Michael. I'm with you.
Even if I said I was coming, I'm not.
I don't get the alert.
All right, our last one is schedule. Do you have to schedule it or are you going to go with the flow of the day? Like if it's not on the calendar, my husband is very much, Lateva, that was not in the schedule. And we're not going to do that. Or are you going to go with the flow? Like, oh, you want to go to Jamaica tomorrow? Let's go.
Yeah. I am a schedule person, but lately, Latif, with life, I have been like, you know what? We're not doing that. We're taking it off the schedule. We're going with the flow.
Well, that's good. At least you're just like, okay, we'll just remove it.
We'll just remove it.
I think I go with the flow too. I think I go with the flow. Okay, I think we found some friends, Star. I have a few
Yeah.
friends. You have a few friends, but overall, we're all friends, right?
Yeah. Well, let's get to know you a little bit more, Latifa.
Me? Okay. Hi, everybody. I am founder of Socially Coordinated Consulting. We do PR, we do marketing, we do websites, we do newsletters, we do brand management. We launch a lot of brands. We really like to build stories. I hail from Detroit. I've been in Indiana about 7 years now, so I do love the Circle City, but I will not wear a Nap or Nothing shirt, okay? It is literally Detroit versus everybody, but I do love y'all. Like,
I feel like shots fired. I don't know if I can work with you
it's
anymore.
not shots fired. It's just loyalty, okay? If I'm unloyal, then you shouldn't even be like, you understand,
I know.
right? I have 6 daughters. My husband and I have been together since we were 17 and 19. We've done a lot together. I'm also a minister. I host a lot of things in terms of panels, so doer of all the things. But my favorite job is COO of Create Connect Collab, where we grow and support women in business. Star, I'm gonna shoot it over to you.
Okay, CEO. All right, my name is Starla K. Mathis. I am co-owner of Mathis Media with my husband. And so that's a full service media marketing agency. And when I say that, people are like, huh, what do we do, right? We help brands maximize their message through media marketing. So that's photography, video, website design, special targeted advertisements, billboards, all your traditional and digital marketing needs. Email marketing, we do that. Outside of that, I am the coolest mom and wife. We have 2 children. So we have a freshman and a 10-year-old. So that's kind of cool and crazy. I'm a public speaker, plus size model. And yeah, I think that's about me. Born and raised in Indy, Naptown, went to North Central, Ball State, chirp, chirp, chirp.
Oh, so you are wearing the Nap or Nothing shirt.
I am wearing that for nothing.
So you
Oh,
want to talk about a little bit about what we do at Create Connect Collab. Create Connect Collab is a hybrid community for women that offers professional development, accountability, and networking to advance their professional aspirations. Like they said earlier, we do masterminds every month. It is the best mastermind, period. I'm not even going to just say in indie. We're going national now. We also do master classes. So we bring in experts just like we're doing right now that talk to a specific product or service just to move the needle in your business that much further. We also host a event every November called Unstoppable, where we bring that hug that happens in our mastermind to you in a day. Like it's literally wrapped around you. Any notes from that, Star? Oh, we
yeah,
get other
and
programming.
we just launched our master stories this summer as a summer series, and we'll see how it goes. But it's where we have women who have been in entrepreneurship share their journey. We know that when you start a business, it's like you have the ups and downs. We want to hear those hurdles. We want to feel that emotion. We want to know that resource you use and that connection piece. So we're excited to launch Master Stories this summer. But like we know, when you start a business, women are less capital, they receive less support and knowledge than their counterparts. So that's why Create Connect Collab is here to help bridge that gap and build that community. So in addition to that, we partner with Maven Space Indie Hub on quarterly programming, and we're happy to be here with Mentors of Color tonight.
Yay! Thank you, Mentors of Color and Rachel, for putting this together.
Yes, before we dive into everything, we do have some upcoming programming we would love to invite you to. So upcoming, we have our Black Girl Magic. This is our second year of doing a Juneteenth event, and we're so excited to partner with Latoya Williams of the Grub House. So please join us. We're going to go there to patronize and support her business and just connect with entrepreneurs and locals in the community. So that is June 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. You can scan the QR code to get that Eventbrite link.
Oh, it's free, friends, other than your food. You just have to buy your food, but it's free to come. Ooh, business besties. So we are doing business besties brunch. It's on Saturday. Come brunch and lunch with us, friends. This is a new collaboration for us. We did a keynote for Pass the Torch a few months ago, and it kind of lit on fire, and we were asked to kind of do that again. And we're excited to do Business Besties Brunch because my Create Connect Lab world does not go around without my business bestie here, you guys. Like
Yeah.
You need accountability.
You do. All right. So now you know a little about us, about both of our businesses, and we want to know about you. So now it's time for you to tell us about yourself. So if you can unmute, please introduce yourself and your business.
Are we picking on people?
I'm gonna say we will pick on people.
Danny, I can see your face. You look gorgeous, girl. Come be with us. Tell us who you are, and maybe give us a fun fact and who you are, what your business is, and a fun fact. I think you're on mute, Danny.
Oops.
Thank
I'm
you.
trying to admit somebody in. Okay.
So my name is Danny, and by day I work at Ivy Tech and serve as the Assistant Director of Advising for the Honors College there. And then my passion project is Sweet Escape Restoration Center, where I support individuals through soul care. I'm also a yoga teacher, so I'll do yoga through that business, soul care workshops, as well as one-on-one consultations. So thanks for hosting this.
Thank you, Danny.
What was the fun fact?
Oh, fun fact. I can walk to Lake Michigan. I live in Northwest Indiana, so I'm a beach
I was like,
girl. I'm a beach girl, so I love to be at the beach in the summer. So I'm a mile from Lake Michigan.
So you understand when I say there's no water in Indiana.
Oh, yes. And people always want me to move back to Indianapolis, and I'm like, why?
We're gonna thank you, Danny. We're excited to work with you. We're gonna pop it over to JW. She's next on the screen. Maybe.
How about Michael? I know he
Okay.
was here chatty in the chat room. Michael, are you available?
Oh, We bothering people. Everybody done put their phone on and walked away to make dinner. Brian, maybe?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Brian Sanders. I'm the director of marketing and partnerships for Back Nine Golf and Entertainment. But just on the side, I'm a marketing manager and brand ambassador for a variety of companies. So I'm just trying to step my professionalism up a little bit. I work with a lot of clients, but I just don't have that professional touch online. So I want to kick it up a notch, and put some polish on it, and just put the sprinkles on the cupcake of my business, you know?
I
Love
like
that.
that. All right. We have Faith McKinney. Gorgeous photo.
Yes. It's giving CEO. Maybe Faith is that. Well, we just did Michael Giussetta.
All right, we'll kick off to one more person. Flora.
Howdy, y'all. My fun fact is probably hilarious. I'm literally getting my hair braided right now, which is why I'm not on camera.
We get that.
Multitasking. And I am not a business owner, but I help quite a few people with their business, particularly when they're like first starting out. I've always have like a let's get started mindset. But I'm not a fan of my own ownership. So, but I still love to learn and keep that mindset refreshed. So that's why.
I love that.
All right.
Do we want to pop or we want to get started? Let's get started, like Flora said. Okay, she said I'm of the let's get started mindset. She was giving us a hint.
All right, so let's get into it. You guys are here to learn. So we love to leave with like a number or, an acronym or some sort. So we have the top 10 must-haves features for every e-commerce website, right? So let's dive in. And I would like to know if you guys can put in the chat, are you more service, product, or just both? I'd like to know just so we can kind of garner some of the conversation towards you specifically.
Yeah, I'll pop in too. Just while you're designing your website, you want to think about it being user-friendly, right? Of course, you want to think of the end goal. Like when people are being introduced to my brand, this is like my first impression. If they're just looking me up or if somebody is giving me as a referral, we want a user-friendly design. So we want to simplify the navigation. You don't want 80 menu items up there, okay? You don't want 80 menus in your drop down. Like, okay, I only have 5 menu items, but I'm also going to put 30 pages in the drop down. People are not going to read all of that information. So we want to make it clear and concise what our offerings are, how we can get them from, hey, I'm just going to look to, hey, I'm about to book. Okay. So we
That
want
rhymed.
Thank you, friends. I'll be here all night.
Before we dive into design, we did want to take like a little note to make sure that you do, before you even start your website, you have to have a good brand in place, right? When you think of brand, that's your color schemes, your type, but also your font. And more than brand is to know who your target audience is. Who is your competitors. So once you have all that in place, then then you're ready to build your design. Some people are like, oh, let's build the design, or they give it to the designer, which I'm a designer, Lateva's a designer. So sometimes we're like, hold on, nope, you need to go back. Let's do some of this homework and dive deep into that, right?
Yeah.
So before we get into all that, make sure you have your brand in place.
And your service offerings, because that's top tier. Why are we building the website if we don't even know what we offer? And then go ahead.
And if you're struggling with brand clarity or anything like that, Lateva and I, we do offer that, that presentation. So Mentors of Color, if we need to come back, if people are struggling with when it comes to brand and their voice and tone and all that, we do offer that as well. All right. So
thank you, Star.
You're welcome. All right, so we talked about simplifying that navigation, which, you have that top navigation, you have your bottom navigation. So you want to make sure that they're easy and understandable and simplified, right? Categories. So if you have different services, you want to layer it out. So like on Create Connect Labs website, we have partnerships, we have join our membership, right? Then we have our Unstoppable. So you want to have those different categories. When it comes to layout, that consistent layout, right? You want to maintain that design throughout. I know we asked a survey for this, and someone asked, does my website need to match my social media? The answer is yes.
Yes, it does. You should
It
have
should,
the same messaging. Go ahead, sis.
yes, it should match because that's your brand, right? They want to see you on social media. When they come to your website, they don't want to be confused, and they're like, what happened to the pink and the blue, and now we're black and yellow, right? We want to make sure we're keeping the same brand and consistent throughout on all platforms to avoid confusion, right? So follow that brand guide.
Agreed. So then we'll pop over to a responsive design, right? If you're going through the website and it's loading slow, or you have some wording over here, but then it's nothing until you get to the footer, those are all about the design and feel of your website. It should kind of really fit your brand personality, right? If you're fun and you have a bunch of like, let's say polka dots or lines on your website, those things should pop up exactly as they flow through the website. And it should be consistent throughout all of the pages. So you want to test the website on various devices in terms of your laptop, your iPad, your non-Apple products. You want to post it on your, because I'm a non-Apple girl. You want to post it on the PC too. And of course, cell phone. 89% of people are looking at your website from their mobile device to ensure it looks good and it functions well everywhere from desktop to smartphones.
Yes, and just a note, when Lateva and I are presenting y'all, this is a family. Y'all are cousins. So I want us to feel comfortable to ask questions per slide because no one knows everything. At first, everyone did not know the answer. So feel confident and okay to say, hey, I got a question. No question is wrong, okay? So this is your time. You can ask questions throughout the slides, and then we'll have a Q&A at the end as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Lateva. I'm just like, I just want to make sure everybody gets it.
No, that was good. I'll let you
Okay.
hop in here and then I'll do user page speed.
All right, so high performance and speed, right? You want to make sure your website is performing well. So you want to optimize images. This is something that I do not do for my blog. So, right, you want to make sure you compress images without losing that quality. There's different correct formats you can use. So you have like WebP, PNG, JPEG. So to reduce those load times, like we like to give out free resources. So you can use tinypng.com. You can load up your image to help optimize that image, keep the quality well without compromising quality. So you can reduce the size without compromising quality.
Yeah, I'll hop in there and say that if you are a WordPress girly or a WordPress guy, then there are plugins there that will shrink the images for you as well. And if you're downloading things from Canva, this is a pro tip, majority of the time, their pixel size is smaller. So you can put it over in Canva and then download it and it'll be smaller. So why can I talk now? Use page speed insights. So regularly check your website's performance using page speed insights and implement the recommendations. So you can drop your link in the page speed to see like what's holding your site up. Maybe it's a backlink that's broken. Maybe it is photos that are too large. Maybe you don't have the SSL certificate, and that can slow down your website. And I'll pause there. So you should have a security certificate on the back end of your website.
And that's on like a few slides ahead too, Lateva. And we'll have
okay, so I'll slow down there. Anybody want to drop their website in the chat? And we can look at your page speed right now and give you some quick recommendations.
Any volunteers?
This is such a quiet group. You guys are so quiet.
I know.
Oh, we got businessdiversityworks.com.
Okay, Trish.
Thank you, Trish.
All right, let me get it going. So I'm going to stop sharing real quick.
Yeah, we got some friends in the chat. Thank you, Trish.
Time.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Danny.
I'm going to share. I'm on the right page. I thought this, oh yeah, this was it. Let me reduce.
I want to say that my online presence, I'm 63 and I've really tried to do the best I could. It is really not reflective of what I do. And I am waiting, I'm going to hire a company out of Africa to build a interactive course that's going to be like a development tool for my training. And they said they would do the website. Okay, well, I probably won't have that, the funds for that for maybe another 90 days. And I have not updated my website in months, and it's like on Teachable. And
Okay.
so, and then I just got an apprenticeship on the southeast side of Fort Wayne. We're a registered apprenticeship. And so then GoDaddy had given me a one pager. So then I tried to do the one pager for that. And so it's like I look a mess online. And so, and then I don't know how to, I don't like social media. I, I don't post maybe once every 6 months or something. And so I really, as soon as the funding comes in, I know I need to hire someone because this is such a bad area for me. But
Trish, I'm gonna hop in and number one, say thank you.
Mm.
And congratulations on starting your business. Thank you for sharing your business with us. Secondly, congratulations on doing
Yeah.
big things, right? It doesn't matter
Yeah.
age. And I also want to give you a couple resources as well. I know that Indie Black Chamber is about to reopen their grant process to give small businesses $2,300 to either do their website, become certified.
Really?
There are a multitude of things that they're about to do. I would also tap in with Indie Chamber. They're doing some grants right now. And if you join the Create Connect Lab newsletter as well, we send out grants sometimes as well. So I would do that. And then there was something else that she said.
Should I update until they do the course? Or should I just leave it? I'm meeting like before the mayor and them like this Thursday. Someone said I can just direct it to my LinkedIn and just because they hated my website. So I wanted you guys to give me, it's not gonna hurt my feelings if you think the same way. Like hurry up and take that down. Like today before
Let's
classes.
look at it real quick. Let's look at it. Star,
Okay.
can you share? Because then we have to make sure that we
Okay,
are
yeah, I
on
can
time.
share. Okay.
Black-owned business building infrastructure.
Can
Thank
you
you for
see
being
mine?
brave and sharing with us. Is this it?
Yes, it is. And I used to do a lot of, I had clients. And so then I did a lot of coaching and I had a full package on Teachable. Well, Teachable took everything down because I'm not paying them. But they kept my website up for free. So then basically I have just some of the clients that I've done work for. And it's just like just having a presence there, you know.
Gotcha.
So
I think you have a lot of the good meat and potatoes in your website. Because I was gonna say, well, do you have reviews? You have that here, right? I think you have, but it doesn't feel like a brand to me. Like
Right.
it's coming through, and like a lot of like the spacing and stuff can be fixed, like the font choices. But overall, you have a good site with like the wordings and you have reviews, right? You have a nice clean navigation. As we go through today in those 10 things that we talk about, take notes on what you can enhance here. But I think visually, aesthetically, it could need some work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in
That's
agreement.
You agree? Okay.
Yeah,
Let's look, and then what we're about to reveal, we'll need to work on the insights as far as like speed and performance. So on mobile, which we don't know what it looks like mobilely, but you didn't score too well here, but you do have a really good SEO, so that's good. That means when someone's typing in Google and they need, business or small business, you're popping up pretty well. So you're 92% there. Best practices, let's see what they're saying is a 68 and the accessibility is the 86 and performance is the 36 for mobile. So let's see, it gives you all this insight here. So large contentful paint element. So I think that's based off of your visuals is really large here.
It is. Yep.
Your Java execution time, we need to reduce that. So that's probably due to some large photos. It's taking a long time to load. Anything you want to point out, Lateva?
Yeah, I'm looking, and a lot of it really does look like your photos are too large. Everything is kind of stacking upon itself, but it's all the same message, and it kind of just pings to different things when you're looking at page speed. So I would really look at those photos to see if that can support you. And we can drop this link in the chat so you guys can look at your page speeds while we're kind of going through the rest of the presentation, and you can pop in with a question at the end of Q&A. Are you okay with that, Star?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm in the group chat so I can put it in here. Here I am.
Perfect.
Oh no, that's the wrong.
So it's not as severe. You guys don't think it's as severe as what? Do I need to like take it down before I meet?
I would not take it down, Trish. Right now, you have a space where you can send people. Would I definitely update as soon as possible? For sure. Because you want your brand to look aesthetically pleasing. You want it to be polished. You want your branding to be clean and noticeable so that people can say, oh, I know that that's Trish's brand. And they're familiar every time that it pops up. So I would definitely suggest looking into doing it as soon as possible. But if you can't, you have a place to send people, and that's okay. You are where you are, right? We all start at a certain space. And majority of conversion doesn't even happen online. So let's put that there, right? Majority of conversion, client conversion happens during conversation.
Those relationship buildings. Their website is just that credible resource for people to go back, see you, get to know more about you and your work, and want to build that like, know, and trust factor. You did mention you don't like social media. Lateva and I both would encourage you that if you don't like it, you need to hire or find a way to love it, in a sense of just making sure that you are making sure people know that they can get to know you so they can like you, know you, and trust you and do business with you. Okay.
Yeah.
And I did have that one pager that's businessdiversityworks2.com. Now that's talking about the training. And so GoDaddy had given me that. So basically I have these two websites for free. I haven't worked in the last like 4 or 5 months as I build the apprenticeship, because I just lived off of my savings and I let go of my clients. And we just got registered. So grateful. It's a clean energy apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So then things would start to turn around for my company financially. But the Business Diversity Works 2, I was going to just give that one out. We put the number 2 behind the word works, it'll come up. And it's a one-pager.
Gotcha.
GoDaddy
We can talk through that. Can we talk through that when we go through Q&A? We want to make sure that we get through content, and maybe as we're going through the content, you can kind of put down some markers of, hey, this came up. Maybe I can shift to that.
Okay, thank you so much for your help. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome, and congratulations. I think you said you're meeting with the mayor this week, so yes, good energy and vibes for you.
We're sending you all the sparkles and sunshine.
Clean energy. All right.
We're going to shift back into presentation. If you guys do have questions or something comes up and you're like, hey, I don't even understand what this means at all, please stop us or drop a question in the chat. I am monitoring as we go along. Okay, I see your question too, Nicole.
Nicole, I just put her up here.
Okay. My website has been acting unable to upload images through the push app that I have been using. I know I need to transfer over from the original Google Blogger platform to another platform, which will probably require some design changes, but just need to get it. Thank you. Okay. You pulled it up here?
Yes, and I'm seeing 100 on the scoreboard. So good job there. We have SEO is ranking at 100, best practices, accessibility is 96, performance is 67. So I bet performance is probably that loading time, possibly. Let's see.
She doesn't have that many flag. Oh, okay, there's a flag. I was like,
yeah, you gotta scroll down.
Okay. Avoid large layout shift. Are you on an older platform? What platform are you on?
We should ask that.
I'm on Google still, Google Blogger, which is really dragging it down.
Yeah. Okay. How many views are you, page views are you getting per month?
I'm not sure. I'm 100% not into it as I used to be.
Okay.
So I'm not really up on my views or anything like that. My blog
Okay.
was just used to be a hobby, but since you guys said drop the website, I was like, hey, maybe.
Might as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm with it. Because I was wondering if those are ads from an ad provider or if those are actual blog posts that you put up that are there.
I think they were actual blog posts. And that was the mobile results
That
I
Yeah.
was receiving.
Those are posts.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Desktop, you're in the green. So you have 100 SEO, best practices 100, accessibility 96, and performance is 99.
Yeah.
The only thing that had a lot of flags was mobile accessibility.
Okay.
So I
But
would maybe
desktop is
just decrease photo size, and if you're gonna move platforms, and if you're gonna actually do blogging, then I do suggest WordPress. I know some people side eye, but WordPress, I know WordPress is a great platform for a blog, especially if you plan on using it for advertising. So it depends on what your end goal is, right?
Yep.
Are we looking for SEO page views? Are we looking to get funding from the ads that we're going to put on our blog, or are we looking for funding to partner with brands and we're writing blogs about them? So that's like
I
three
like all
separate questions.
those. Yeah, I like all three of those lanes. I think I had did some Google paid ads before. They
Okay.
didn't really turn over a lot of currency, but they were placed there. And of course you kind of want to have the volume and the traffic so that brands would want to pay you to post. So yep, I like those
If
ideas.
you have high SEO, look at shemedia.com. It's an ad firm
yeah.
that works with smaller blogs. I have it on my blog right now, and they pay me every month for the ads that I have on there. So I would suggest looking into that as you move your blog over. There are a few steps that you'll have to take, but I do suggest doing it if you want to get serious about it. With a high SEO ranking, it's worth it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You both.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right, we have Danny Hart here with Sweet Escape. So this is what her website looks like, Lateva. It's pretty.
Ooh.
So I kept trying to scroll down. I'm like, I want to see more, Danny. I was like, I can't. I want to see a photo. I want to see something. But we have you here about
Okay, cutie.
services and contacts. So this is what the insights are giving. Desktop, we have a 92 SEO, best practices 81, accessibility 93, and performance 94.
Okay. What are we doing in mobile
Oh,
too?
sorry. Mobile, we're 52 performance, accessibility 98, best practices 82, and SEO 92.
Okay.
And again, largest content full paint element,
Yeah.
avoid large layout shifts.
And I'd like to point out something quickly. If you could scroll up a little bit, Star, it'll show you up here those photos right there, like what's taking a long time to paint.
Okay.
That's those pages right there. So I would go in there and look at the back end to see like maybe it doesn't look like you have a lot on there on that first page. So it could be some backlinks or somebody linking to your page that you kind of have to clean up.
Okay.
And it'll probably increase that speed for you as well. But I think you are where you are. You have a super clean space. I like when I can figure out who you are really quickly. I would add some fun things on your homepage just so you can have the user journey be a little bit longer when they're first coming to you to introduce yourself, because that homepage is basically your introduction. People might not click to another page in your menu. They're just coming and be like, oh, that's all it say? Okay, I'm clicking off. I don't even know what you're offering me. I understand your mission, but you want to keep them there a little bit longer on that homepage. Alrighty.
Thank you.
Any feedback, Star?
No, that was pretty much it. I was having an issue on this desk bike. It was hurting me.
Thank you for coming back to us.
I know. With real life. Okay. I hope everyone can giggle at me. All right. Next we have Trish, we looked at yours already. Let's look at Michael.
Okay. And just to know, we like to take our time and really answer questions and really give real-time feedback. We find that going through content is, yes, important to us, but we really want to make sure that you leave with some best practices and action items when you're with Create, Connect, Collab.
All right,
Okay,
agile
agile.
management. Loving the
Okay.
branding here, the logo.
Yes, okay. Our decade of experience managing projects successfully.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Got ongoing clients. We got a
We
nice
got some
video here.
motion to catch our eyes. Is this a video or
Yeah, it's a
like a
little
GIF?
snippet of little GIF in there, you know, just to get a
Mm-hmm.
little traction to the page.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Subscribe.
We like a lot. If I could give some feedback just on the subscribe here, allude us to like what are we opting in? Is it gonna be like monthly resources, weekly, see some of our case studies?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
if
right
I,
at the beginning.
where is it? Where'd
Right
you
here
say
in
it?
the footer where it says subscribe.
Yeah, like you said, right? What are they subscribing to?
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. So I would say just add some text there on what they're
So I'll
subscribing to.
probably put some at the bottom because I got like articles and stuff. So subscribes on that page. Heard you earlier say, who says they're going to click to that next page to see articles and news and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. I'll add that to there.
And if I could give feedback to the homepage really quick, I would make it cohesive because our branding looks different than the website. Like this is black and white or a little bit gray at the bottom. Is that in your brand colors? Because we're like super bright at the
Nah, it was just
top.
like a chalkboard type creative,
Okay.
and then it gets dark at the bottom. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can always use that element throughout your branding if you like that, right?
Exactly.
Incorporate it in like your
Exactly.
social and how you come about.
Yeah, that would be cool. Okay.
Not, yeah, we got some quotes here, book services, courses, mentorship. I'm not gonna go through everything, but it looks good.
Okay.
All right, let's see
I
how
don't
you
see book a service on the first page. Did you, Star?
No. Is there a button?
On the
No.
first page? Go to the home page again. Yeah, we want book up here. You want them to
Okay.
be able to book as soon as they come, right?
As
Because
soon as they get
majority of
in.
the time,
Okay.
you're gonna be in passing, Michael, and you're like, yeah, go to my website, you can book right there. But if that's not the first thing and
Okay.
they gotta go look for it, they're gonna abort.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because the main thing for me is the course I created. I want to kind of push people to that course. So maybe have something on there where they can,
Then
as
yeah,
soon
on
as
the
they get on
homepage.
there. Yeah.
So then I would
Okay.
also suggest an opt-in. I haven't seen a pop-up on anybody's to
I was
where
gonna say
people
that.
are okay. See, that's why we together, boo. That's why we
Mhm.
together. I would suggest an opt-in where you have a pop-up saying, hey, join my newsletter to get
Okay.
the first day of my course, right? You're just giving them the first day of the course. Maybe you have a 5-day course and they get the first day free if they give you their telephone numbers, because now we should really be shifting into SMS in addition to newsletters. So doing something like that, and I would suggest that for everybody's website.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
SEO is ranking really well. I thought that would be the hardest part. Oh, Flor, you have a question. Yes, ma'am.
I do, about the pop-ups. Like, do those really work? So my main annoyance with pop-ups is, like, the main thing I actually liked about everybody's website, I was able to come to the website and explore them without a pop-up. Like, soon as a pop-up, like if I haven't been on your website 5 seconds and I got a pop-up, okay, bye, I'm closing the whole thing.
You're out immediately.
Yes, I'm annoyed. Goodbye. I don't need your 10% off. Let
I
me
think
see what I came to see.
I'm the same way when it comes to shopping. I would say I'm the same way.
Yes.
But when it comes to like if I know I'm
You
going
could get up to
somewhere,
20% off. Goodbye. Okay, leave me alone.
but if I'm going to someone's
Dang.
website for like to learn something or for like for a course, like I'm like, oh, and I see like, oh, I can get a free discount or a free guide. If it doesn't come up immediately, because you can time it. Maybe
Yes.
Exactly.
right? Or
Yeah,
30
I would
seconds.
definitely say time it. Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah. Like
I would give it a 30-second lead
get
time.
20% off or something.
Yeah.
But
I
to
did the same
answer
thing.
your question, Flora, I'm sorry, what are you gonna say? Sorry.
I said I do the same thing. I do that today. Like, no, I just want to see if I even want to buy this. Get off my screen. So
But it is giving you an opportunity to get what you own. And I'd like to drop that in the room. Newsletter and emails is the number one way that you can actually talk to your client directly. So yes, you want to have an opt-in, and yes, they do work. There is a 48% more chance that they will more likely buy from your newsletter because you're kind of grooming them about what you do than it is for them to click on your social media and convert to a client.
yeah. And everyone consumes differently.
Yes,
Just
everybody.
if you come up immediately, we're out.
Right.
Right, Flora
Thank
said,
you.
no, ma'am.
All
No,
right.
sir.
So best practices for your mobile at 75, accessibility 98, and performance 61. Let's look at desktop real quick and then we'll just scroll down. Desktop, we have 100 SEO, 78 best practices, accessibility 95, and performance is 91. So your best practices on desktop is
Remove duplicate models in JavaScript, reduce unused JavaScript. So I will look at the code. What platform are you on?
Wix.
Wix. Wix always has like a lot of coding on the back end. Are you having any trouble did you have any trouble building on the back end or no?
Not really. I think
Okay.
I may know what that duplicate is because I think when we were recreating, redesigning, and I think the
Mhm.
old stuff is probably layered on top of that now that I think
Okay.
of it. Because sometimes when
Okay.
I go in the edit, it'll show that old version first, and then it'll bring in the new version. So I may need to go in the back end and delete that old version.
And clean something up. Yes.
Yeah.
So we already dropped this website in the chat. So we're going to keep going with our presentation. So if you guys have some additional questions as you're pulling up your website, if we didn't look at yours right now, we can answer those at the end because we're already at 6:48.
how? Why? Okay, for some reason my internet said, okay, we're good. I was like, oh Lord. Okay. Okay, let's do this. All right. Thank you for everyone who volunteered. We appreciate you. Let's talk. Lateva's kind of hinting to the fact of SSL certificates. If you haven't heard of that, you've probably seen it. Have you ever typed in a website and it said unsecure? I know I have, and I'm like, hold on now. But if you do type in, Google will let you know that this connection is secure. So what does that mean, right? These are secure your payment gateways. So you want to implement that SSL certificate. This ensures all transactions are encrypted by using an SSL certificate indicated by a padlock icon in the browser. Lateva, did you want to add anything else to that?
No, that was really it. I just wanted to make sure that people knew that they needed that. And that if you don't have it, it will slow your website down. Yeah.
Okay. Again, when it comes to people paying you, because you want to get paid, right? You want to offer multiple payment options, right? So you want to include those popular methods. You got credit card, debit card, maybe PayPal, or newer options like Apple Pay, Google Pay. And depending on your product and the price point, you might want to do like Klarna, Afterpay, or Affirm.
Yes. And just to kind of stretch that out a little bit further, if you have a course that's like $100, or if you have a course that's $1,000, Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm can help you get all of your money while your new client or your new student or scholar, whatever you want to call them, is going through your course and paying like half of it per month.
Yep. All right. Any
All right.
questions? No.
Go ahead. You want to do it? Are you doing
I have a question. What was that called
Oh.
for where the students could pay
Yeah.
monthly, and then what was the name of those platforms?
So Klarna, Afterpay, and
Okay.
Affirm, those are third-party payment providers where it's almost like Lelway in a sense. Yeah, so Klarna will handle the payment, and then they'll go to them for them to do like monthly payments to pay off or 2 weeks, or they have different ways that they do.
Option.
option.
Okay.
It's the internet layaway. I never thought about it like that, Star.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Mhm. All right.
Alrighty. So we're shifting into detailed product info. Where are my product people? Does anybody sell shirts or bags or food or oh yes, we do sell shirts. Great. Thank you, Star. I was like, you sell shirts? Where they at? Anyway. So this one's for you guys. We want to have high quality images and videos because you want that user generated content. I want to see somebody in the shirt that I'm about to buy because I want to see what it looks like on them. I want to compare it to me. You want to use multiple resolution images and videos showing the product from different angles and in use. Comprehensive descriptions. When I tell y'all I'm the girly that reads the description, like what type of material is this? What is the real color? Where did you make it and manufacture it? Especially when now everybody is like mission focused and want to know if it's sustainable or if it was sourced in China. Like there are so many things that people are looking for. So you want to make sure that you're being detailed in your descriptions. And then customer Q&A sections, right? I am on Google, not Google reviews, Amazon reviews, and I'm scrolling to the bottom. I want to see people's reviews. Like, was it too small? Was it too tight? Did you actually get it in a timely manner? So allow customers to ask questions about your products and provide viable answers to all of the potential buyers, right? Because we want to give them the solution before it's a problem.
Amen. Yes, yes. Any questions when it comes to that? Right. If you're starting off and you don't have that, you don't have a customer yet, it's great to have like a focus group or ambassadors to help garner some of that Q&As or things like that. All right, customer reviews and ratings. So we're going to encourage reviews, right? Prompt our customers to leave reviews after their purchase through follow-up emails or incentives. So I have clients who do giveaways for Google reviews, right? Which I've won, which I'm very happy. And I left an amazing review. Highlight reviews, so display reviews on product pages to build that trust and provide that social proof. It's so important because as you know, word of mouth travels best. People love to know like, oh, who did your lashes or who did your eyebrows? Yes. Respond to feedback. Actively respond to customers' reviews, both positive and negative, to show that you value their feedback. Any questions here?
I have to say that I do love it when I see a brand, especially a big brand on the internet, when somebody's like, I hated this hotel room. And like they're going so hard in their review. And the hotel's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that you had that experience. Please DM us so we can make it right. Like, I want to know that you're making it right. Because if not, I'm not coming.
Yeah. Another thing, which here we didn't hint in this presentation, but when I talk about reviews in Google, it makes me think Google My Business, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a website, be sure to have a Google My Business. If you update that, like adding new pictures weekly or anything, that does help increase your ranking in Google. So
And
there's
to quickly explain what Google My Business is, you know, when you're like, where is the nearest Meijer? And that little thing comes up where it tells you their location, their hours, their telephone number, their website. That is what that is when you put that together. And you can do that for your business yourself. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry for jumping. I have 80 kids in my house and they're throwing things at my office door.
No problem. Search functionality. I think this is you, Lateva.
Is it me?
Yes.
Okay, so advanced filters, implement advanced filtering options to help customers narrow down their search. So that's that little search option. Like, okay, if I'm going to, let's say, patronize Starla and I'm looking for a newsletter, like I'm going to search newsletter in there and it should pop up. If it doesn't, I'm aborting mission because I'm going to think that you do not have my solution to my problem. Autocomplete feature.
They have, I was going to just jump in with you here. They have autocomplete feature where you can use this resource, Luigi's box. So as you start typing in new, like for newsletter, it will just auto-populate that for you and start to show that for you. So if you do have, you know, your e-commerce, you have different things, this autocomplete feature is amazing. It's a great third-party resource. It's called luigisbox.com.
So is this a Chrome extension, or like am I putting it on the back end of my website as a plugin,
It's a
or am I
plugin. Yeah,
okay?
it's a plugin. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you for those updates. Any questions on search functionality? Okay, you guys are so quiet. Let me
Well, I
check the
have
chat.
a question. Will we get a copy of this PowerPoint?
We will not
No.
provide a copy, but there is a playback here. So you will, Mentors of Color is recording, so there will be a
Uh-huh.
playback.
Okay, because I wanted to just, if I can get, just make sure we get all the links to all
Yeah, no
that.
worries. We
Okay,
want you to have what you need.
okay, thank you.
You're
Mhm.
welcome. I think this is you, Star.
Okay, mobile optimization. Like we said, everyone's on their phones majority of the time. We all have smartphones. So you want that responsive layout. We looked at that feature to see how we're ranking mobilely. So you want to make sure you have a good mobile first design approach when you're designing your website. So think about how it's going to function on devices, right? To ensure high speed, purchase options. So really when you're building out your website or you're working with a designer, think about mobile first. You want those touch-friendly elements. So if you see a photo, make sure that photo is clickable or linkable so people can do that. Also, if you have phones or screens like that or like email, you want to be able to click, then immediately call or email. Make sure that it's good for mobile. Mobile specific features. Oh, I just hit on that. So that was everything.
Yeah, that was all the things. What did I want to say here quickly? Responsive. Can you go back, Star? I wanted to touch on something that you shared. Touch making. Oh, that's what I wanted to share. So when you're designing your website, especially on Squarespace, if you're doing it in like desktop mode and you switch over to mobile mode and some things are moved around, if you move it when you're in mobile mode, it'll stay like that and it's not gonna change it on your desktop side. So I just wanted to share that you can design almost different layouts for mobile and a little bit of a different layout for your desktop design as well.
Mm-hmm. And I am curious to know like what platform everyone's using. We didn't ask that, but maybe we can dive into that more in the Q&A. And if you guys are looking for like easier platforms, if you're doing it yourself, we can also offer those suggestions. Okay, customer support, Lateva.
Yeah, customer support. So multiple channels provide various support options, including live chat. Even if you're not doing live chat, maybe you can have DM me on Instagram so that you're sending your user where you are, or you can have email options. And right now we have AI friends. There's AI in the world where you can implement AI automatically responding to an email that a new lead just came in. Phone support, of course. I mean, when you're a solopreneur, I'm not about to be calling you automatically, but we at least want to have them feel like they have access for us to solve their problem faster. And that's what customer support is. So you can also have 24/7 availability. If you have one of those like little chats, you know how it's like the live chat, but it's really AI.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what
still make
Zoho is. Zoho's a free
yeah.
resource. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you have the AI chat, then you can still make your customer feel like they have 24/7 access to you.
Yeah.
And then we're going to shift to frequently asked questions. So maintain up-to-date frequently asked questions. We have frequently asked questions in our email response. We have frequently asked questions on the website. So if you know that, okay, every time I book a client, they're always asking me, what's the next step? You can put that in your email signature. You can share that with your clients. And of course, you want it to be accessible as they learn more about your process.
Yes. Any questions there? Okay. We're going to go into marketing, some of our favorite things. So when we looked at your website, SEO was doing really well. So you want to make sure you're using those keywords. It seems like you guys understand that fully to improve your search engine ranking and increase your organic traffic. Another free resource is simrush.com. So if you're not sure how you're ranking or if how SEO is doing on your website, you can use this free resource by putting your website to kind of see where you can enhance that. When it comes to marketing, email marketing is amazing. Lateva kind of shared some of those numbers with us about how people are really buying once they convert opt-in into your mailing list, which is amazing. We're also learning now just in marketing and just for you guys to have that information, that SEM marketing is really king and top tier. Everyone is using their phones to send out text messages now. I had 2 today. They do annoy me. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but Crocs is like, hey, not 90% off.
And then you clicked it. Did you click it or no?
I left it unread because I'm like, I might go back. I left it unread. But you had a good number for that. Or I think we read it when we were looking at that thing. I can't remember the numbers, but people are looking to text message. Oh no, the number. People open up their text messages more than they do their email sometimes.
It's like
So,
99% of the time.
yeah. So, but make sure you are collecting emails. A lot of people love social media, which is great. But if you don't have email addresses, you really don't have anything or phone numbers. So make sure you're sending out regular newsletters, promotions, or just even personalized recommendations to your community. Social media integration, make sure you're linking your social media accounts, go back, double check them, make sure they work, and allow sharing options to increase visibility and engagement.
Any questions there?
Okay. Anybody have email? Let's go back. I want to see the chat. Anyone has newsletters? Let us know. Anyone using SMS marketing? Let us know. Okay, Danny raised her hand. You have a question, Danny? Or you're just saying yes, you use those things?
I was just saying, yes, I use email.
Okay, yes.
Mhm.
What platform do you use?
I use goodness, it's not SurveyMonkey, the other monkey.
MailChimp.
MailChimp?
MailChimp, yes.
Okay. The other monkey. All right. MailChimp is really good. It's a great free option. Even their next price point is really good.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Oh, analytics is my favorite thing, friends. If you don't know your numbers, then you don't know where you started, right? Like you could build a strategic plan and then start implementing, never look at your numbers, and you don't know if your effort was mishandled, right? Because maybe that social media platform or maybe that page on your website, nobody's going there, right? You're getting 0 clicks and you're just marketing this one page of the website, or you're marketing this one course, but you've never looked at your numbers. So track analytics, use Google Analytics or your website analytics to track your user behavior and gather insights on site performance. You can do beta test yourself, friend. As a solopreneur, you can go on that back end, look and see like, okay, I've had 20 people reach my website this month. Okay, only 1 person clicked on the book me. What am I not saying to get them to book with me? So that leads right into monitoring your KPIs. Okay, this month I want to reach 50 people on my website. How am I going to do that? Okay, I'm going to share on social media. I'm going to create a QR code so that they can quickly access my book me page. I'm going to say rate me on LinkedIn, and I'm going to put a link to my website right there to see if I can reach those 50 people at the same time. So those are those key performance indicators that you put together, and then you compare those to your analytics, and then we create some reports, friends, to see if our efforts are worth the work that we're doing.
Yes. It's definitely important to monitor that, let you know where you're going or not going.
We're not going.
We got hand praises from Michael Lee.
Okay.
All right, you guys, we have hit on the top 10 features you should have on your website. A lot of you guys have these things. Some of us, we just need to add them in. But we do want to answer any questions. So if you have any questions, you can come off mute or throw it in the chat. It's about websites, branding, marketing. We love talking all of that. And if you don't have anything, we appreciate your time. We do invite you to learn more about us. You can become a member. We do have our flagship program, Unstoppable. Our tickets are on pre-sale right now for 2024. And you can check out our website and buy some merch. Like Lateva and I are wearing this photo. We have our Make Ish Happen shirts and Girl Finish It and more.
It looks like we have a question in the chat, Star. Recommendations for beginner websites for someone just starting out. I would recommend, and Star would be happy to recommend, she should be a poster child for this platform, Squarespace. I just started designing Squarespace websites maybe about 2 years ago. Would you say, start maybe about 2 years ago? I was more of a WordPress girly, so definitely doing some code, definitely doing some widgets and things to build a really cohesive website. But Squarespace is very user friendly, and they will give you a template to be able to kind of drag and drop what you need in there, and it would be not only responsive but cohesive. You can put your brand colors in there. It's going to do all of that for you. The only thing that you would have to really do is create copy. And now we have things like ChatGPT to be like, okay, can you create some copy for me for my website, for this part, for this part? So I think that you can build a comprehensive website on your own with Squarespace.
Yeah, and I just want to tie in just into my experience with website design. Like, I first designed a website back in 2008. Yes, probably 2007. Probably 2007. And we were using Dreamweaver. I don't know if you guys know about Dreamweaver, some Adobe, like throwing it way back.
Showing your age now, Star.
I am. I don't look it, but you know. At least I take it for myself. But like I have that experience. And then Wix was my next introduction. I was like, oh, this is easy, but it has some limitations. And then I tried some WordPress. I was like, nope, going back to Wix. And then I found Squarespace and I was like, oh my God, this is helping me. And Squarespace to me is like it's like Canva. Every time I say I wish it could do something, it does it. It just elevates. And so now Canva, like you said, ChatGPT, but Canva has that now in it. So
Yeah.
it's just like I'm in love with Squarespace. I will tell I put all my clients on it because I used to try to do everything. I did a website in Shopify for a client. I was like, I'm never going back, never again. And then Squarespace enhanced their e-commerce side. And it's just so much easier because I know when you build a website, it gets expensive, right?
Mhm.
Squarespace, I can teach my clients how to now go in, change something, update it without having to pay me monthly to do it, which, yeah, I'm losing money on the table, but I just love helping business owners because I know firsthand how it is to struggle, right? Getting your business up. So that was my little timeline into website design. So
No, that was great, Star. Thank you for sharing. We have another question here from Flora. Have you tried Canva Website Builder? Any thoughts? I have actually used some of the Canva website designs and moved them over into my Squarespace designs, actually. When you create a Canva website, so you're basically just creating a one-page website in Canva and using that link as your website. So it's kind of like I'm losing the word. What's the page when you go there?
a
It's like
one
a start
pager, a landing page.
landing page. That's the word I was looking for. So it's kind of like a landing page because it's not going to be as cohesive as switching from page to page, but you'll be able to really tell your story throughout a Canva page. If you're like, I don't have time to build no whole Squarespace site, and my company doesn't have the funding for that right now, build a Canva link, and it'll be a landing page where you still look legit. You still look legit, but it's not a fully functional site, and you can wait until you get that.
Yeah, I haven't dived in over to the Canva websites.
I have a question. Basically, my business has evolved. And at this point, I think I need a professional just hire somebody because it takes me so long to do anything in the marketing arena that it's just not worth it for me. And then it never turns out as nice as a marketing person would do it. And so just to hire someone. But my training company, I used to do more work for the client individually, but we've evolved to just doing training. We're not offering any more admin services, which that website says that we do. We don't do that anymore. But the training, we have the workforce development, which is the apprenticeship. We do small businesses, XBE businesses. So basically minorities, women, veterans, and disabled. And then I have an online course that is being developed right now that is going to be Infrastructure Academy, getting into roads, bridges, and highways into the civil construction industry. So do I need 3 websites? Or do I just need one website and we do all 3 of those things?
Now I remember this question.
Yeah,
I
in the
think you know
survey.
one of our survey questions. Thank you for bringing that up. Star, did you have any initial thoughts?
It just always goes back to your target audience. You want one website to one target audience. I think that's the simplest way to say it. So if all those different things is that target audience, then
They're
yeah,
different.
then you're gonna
They're
need
different.
different sites. That's the way I would say it.
So
Because
don't put
you can't bring all three different people if it's not if it's like I'm just trying to think in like a beauty realm. Like if I'm talking, I'm trying, no, that's not a good example. I'm trying to find a good example.
that's
I'm
okay.
thinking through here. So
Like for
it
us,
sounds like, go ahead.
like for
No, go
CCC,
ahead, finish.
we facilitate, right? For speaking, we have membership, we'll probably have courses at some point, but our target audience is women who are in business. So they can all come here, or women who want, or speakers or looking for us for professional development, they can come to our website and see that. But it's the same target audience. So for those
Okay.
things that you're talking about, is it the same target audience?
No, it would be two target audience, one business and then one individual. For the individual would be the apprenticeship because they necessarily would be looking for a job, where the business would be looking for avenues to grow the business. So those would be two target audiences.
Well, I think you can
One
put that on
training
your
company.
website. That's like somebody having an internship, right? If an apprenticeship is an internship, or somebody working under you to learn.
Right. But it's
So
not a business. I do have businesses that can sign up under me. Well, look, let me ask this. This will probably simplify it. Would you guys take me on as a client and help me build the site and I just pay you? I have no idea what I'm doing. And then basically the lady who's building the course, basically she could just do the course, because they have to sign up for the apprenticeship online. I don't even have a site, and I don't have the strength to build it. It took me so much energy to try to build that site. I didn't even know
I
what it
understand that.
direct
My
message
first website
for
was
years.
trash. My first website that I built, it was trash. And I'm just totally being totally honest. I've perfected it. I'm a really good website builder. But it took me failing first to understand where I was failing and what I needed to implement. YouTube University is literally my BFF. Okay. If I can't figure it out, or having that community around you, like we have at CCC, where I can call Star, like, hey, I'm stumped on where I can put this for a client. And she can kind of, give me some pointers. But I would definitely suggest, if you know that you don't have time, Trish, then figure out maybe if you can work with somebody, like if you have the budget to work with somebody, or maybe you can find a student where they're interning and you're having them build their website because they're trying to get a portfolio or something like that. So there might be some way for you to barter. And then lastly, I would say you can put those both on your website. You can have an apprenticeship, and then you can put your actual selling, because the other part is what you're actually selling. All righty.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Did we answer your question? I want to make sure.
Yeah, but I think at this point, I just need a marketing person to kind of like put it together. I don't know how. I don't see in that capacity. I'm a concrete type of person. I see contracts. I don't see marketing. I don't see it. It's not something that I'm
And
very good at.
And like a thing that Lateva and we talk about like in CCC a lot, like you're either going to pay with your time and learn and do it, or you're going to pay with your funds to do it, to give you more time to do what you love, right? And when you're building a business, you don't always have that, luxury to pay other people.
Well, there will be funding for it, but I'd rather just pay someone in a few weeks, especially for the apprenticeship website, because that needs to be done correctly for Department of Labor and all of that. So just to pay someone, do you guys build websites? Can I pay you to do the website for me?
We are full service. So Lateva, she does all of that as well. We both do the exact same thing. We just have our own.
You have your contact information on here.
Yes,
I think it's on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. you can connect with us. Our email is hello@createconnectcollab.com.
Okay.
And then, when you're ready, either Lateva, she might have an opening, or I may have an opening.
Do we have any other questions in the room? Are we giving 45 minutes back?
I
Or
know
no,
we
we're-
threw a lot at you all. Definitely, if you're like, I don't know this or I know this, and now it's time for the implementation, and that's where all things go to die sometimes or thrive. So we hope you implement. We are an email away. If you're
Yeah.
like, I'm struggling with this, or can you look at the website? But we gave you a lot of free resources in here to help you on your
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah. And
How
I'll give you a
important-
couple practical tips. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody was
How
talking.
important is it to have like a really crisp email presence? I mean, where you're looking good on your website, your social media, and then you have references, and that portion of your business is really capturing attention, because I know that formula works if you're selling something.
I mean,
That
email is just another way to be thought of mine, right? Because if I say, oh, someone needs a business coach, if I'm not seeing something from you or you don't come across my social media, we're only going to remember or reference one or two people. So if you're not saying top of mind, then I'm going to forget about you. Like some people forget I'm a photographer because I don't remind people I do photography, right?
Yeah.
Your email is to remind the people that work with you for, hey, I'm here, reference a friend, or hey,
Mhm.
you can always make a past customer another customer. So now that customer might have a new struggle or problem, and you can create something to solve that, right? So that client customer journey, email is important to nurture that and to see what they need.
Agreed. I'm in agreement. I would say that newsletters and SMS are more important than you having social media. That's what I would say here, because that's the collateral that you actually own and that you can actually manage. So collecting spaces or collecting emails and telephone numbers is top tier when it comes to being able to reach out to your client. The second thing that I would say is giving you a few practical tips about building your website yourself. Number one, create a sitemap, right? I want a homepage. I want a book me page. I want an about me page. And right now that could be it, right? What do I want to go on my homepage?
But that can be on the homepage, right? Review.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be on the homepage. That's that first impression, right? That homepage is where you're like, hey, it's me. I'm solving your problems. Book me. Here's some customer reviews, right? It's just like meeting you in person and you're just kind of warming them up, telling them about your mission and your brands. You're kind of giving them that 3-minute spiel if they're staying there for a second. And then my second tip would be to use YouTube, friends. Okay. If you are like, I don't know where to start, you can really learn how to do this by watching YouTube.
Yeah.
My third tip was, if you ain't got time, pay the dimes to get your website built. Okay.
Even while you were speaking, I noticed that when we were reviewing the website, we didn't have a lot of visuals
On the websites. Yeah, especially if you are doing a service like, well, I want to say a service, but if you're a product based, I would love to see like a cute little video. I see where you're going, sis. And you can embed that from YouTube as well.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of visuals, so I just noticed that. And it, go ahead.
And what else? Newsletters and
SMS, which is text messaging marketing.
SMS, and that stands for
SMS.
I couldn't hear. I can't hear a star.
What's the formal SMS stand for text message? What is it?
Don't laugh at me, you guys. I'm like 63. I have no idea what SMS stands for.
I don't even know what
it's text messaging.
I know, but I want to know the real name for it now. I'm gonna Google that.
Simple messaging service.
Who, Flora, say it again.
Simple messaging service.
Thank you.
Wow, so simple. Thank you.
That was good. You hear me? I said self-messaging service. So
or a short messaging service.
Short. Okay.
Either one.
Thank you. I hope we've answered your questions or at least gotten you started. We facilitate a lot of different master classes, and what we did learn from the survey is that starting with brand clarity might be good. So if you guys want to shift over into that, where we kind of build personas, we talk through what your brand mission looks like. We talk through your UVP, your user value proposition, like all of those things. So that's really where you start when you're about to build your website, as Starla shared earlier. We do a major missions. We do a lot of different courses. So let us know if we can support you guys in any way. Follow us on the internet streets. We would love to connect with you and support you. There are a lot of women on the call. So that's what we do every day. We support women in growing their business.
Yes. Well, thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
Rachel, did you have any closing thoughts before we hopped off?
Just thank you both. This was amazing. And again, they put on there, you can connect with them. hello@createconnectcollect.com. Can't talk. And go to their website. I put the link in the chat.
Oh,
So
there was
this
a
is,
question.
oh, you got a
We
question?
missed it. We missed the
Laura-
question.
Yeah, Flora had a question, best practices to collect email addresses for newsletters from zero. So I would love to dive into that for her.
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
All right.
Pop-up.
Okay.
Pop-up, right?
She doesn't like pop-ups.
Don't like pop-ups. Yes, you didn't like pop-ups. So then I would also create a page. If you're on Squarespace, then you have to create a single page to just be your newsletter page, because they don't have it to where you can grab that link and drop it. But I would create an email campaign, right? So first you're going to create an opt-in, and your opt-in is whatever you want to give away for free. Maybe it is that gift card. Maybe it is 5 days to know best practices on wellness, or maybe whatever it is. You want to give them something for them to give you the collateral of their email or their cell phone number. And you can do that on social media. You can do that on your website with the pop-up, Flora. I'm sorry. Or you can do that via SMS, like, hey, have you joined my newsletter? Would love to have you in my community, because newsletters is really about community building. Is that know, like, and trust that Starla alluded to earlier in our presentation. Is just for them to know, like, hey, this is what's happening in the business. This is what's happening with me personally. So then they trust you a little bit. And hey, I read 5 books, and they're like, oh, I read 5 books. I like her. What books did you read? Right? Then they're emailing us back, and then we're creating a community of communication. So that would be my tip. Star, what are yours?
I mean, you hit it right on the head. You want to create that funnel, right? Where you have that opt-in, and you can create that automation through MailChimp for free. I think it's free. I don't know. I use Squarespace emails, but I think back in the day, it's definitely free for automations. Is it free?
I don't think it's free anymore.
Okay. Well, Squarespace, they have like a $10 a month for emails, and you can do an automation. But yeah, you want to give something. And I know for a lot of my clients, we'll either do like a webinar to get people to sign in. That's a really good one, where you're teaching something and you're getting that conversion of that email opt-in. For some clients, we've done like giveaways, like even like for and I, we're like, hey, we're doing a newsletter and we're mentioning that in social media, going live, talking about it to opt in, and you get this giveaway that's amazing or something. So
yeah,
there's some options you can do. And
so
I mean,
had a really great idea one time too. I'm sorry, to cut you off. Go ahead.
I would say you should keep this newsletter opt-in in your marketing plan. So like every quarter, you should be reminding people to join and share what you get in your newsletter. So
yeah. And I would say if you are a product-based business, then you want to be at least bi-monthly. If you are a service-based business, then you can do a monthly newsletter, just to kind of stay top of mind. Star had a really great idea about like making a secret code in our newsletter. Like sometimes we'll put like secret giveaways in there and like share like, oh, there's a secret in our email, so that people kind of figure out like, oh no, you should be checking for our newsletter every month because there's something in there for you to grab and go with. So just thinking through new ways for you to kind of get people to open it, right? Because that's really the goal.
Open rates and all that. So
yeah, that's a whole nother class.
but this was fun.
Yes. we hope you guys enjoyed us. Please, if you do, please leave us a review on our LinkedIn or share on social media on IG. You can just share that you did a class with us and tag us at createconnectcollab.com. We appreciate social proof.
Yeah, we need that too.
Yes, and this is recorded, so it'll be in the video library on the MOC directory page. And for our Be Nimble attendees who have not already joined Mentors of Color, it will be shared with you as well. We'll make sure we get you guys a copy.
All right, big ups to Be Nimble. They are a big supporter of Create Connect Collab. So we are happy to work with both of you guys. So thank you.
Awesome. We are happy to have you. Thanks again, everyone. You have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.